Hello good people of YouTube, Mountbatten here. Today I bring you a replay from Bad Panda 15. He sent this in to me, and if you'll notice, this is of course after patch update 7.8. And if you look down at Bad Panda's consumables down there, you can see that he has premium consumables on everything except one, which is the new main battery reload booster consumable. Now, in the email that I got with this, he explained to me that he actually didn't even notice this until, well, you'll see when he actually notices that he has this. And, of course, also included in the 7.8 update was the new Japanese high-tier destroyers. So you got the Tier 9 Kitakaze and the Tier 10 Harugumo. I think I said that right. Now, he is actually divisioned up with a buddy who is in the Kitakaze, and he is, of course, in the Henri IV. Now, the Henri IV, and I know it's not supposed to be pronounced Henri the Fourth, it's supposed to be some really French-sounding name, but I'm not going to risk messing that name up. So, he is in the Henri IV, and his buddy is in the, I believe he's in the Kitakaze, yes, the Kitakaze. Now, this is just, a random battle, this isn't ranked or anything. So he is sailing on over to sea with his buddy, and the Henri IV. I have the Algerie right now, which is the Tier 7 French cruiser. The Henri is of course the Tier 10 French cruiser, and I am strongly considering just buckling up and getting my grind on and getting this ship, especially after this free play. I don't know a lot about cruises, of course. Oh look, it's a Stalingrad. Panda opens up on him with some HE love, and he's being targeted by, I think he was targeted by 6 ships there first. Yep, there we go, 6. Now the Henri IV, I don't know a lot about this ship. I know it has the biggest tech line guns out of all the cruisers, and it's got pretty weak armor, as you can see there. I also know it has pretty weak armor because I've deleted many Henri IV before. It's pretty easily deletable by the Car First, especially by the Yami and the Montana and the Republic. Since this armor is pretty weak, but this thing is fast. I believe you'll see him get well over 40 dots in this cruiser before this match is over with. Now his team has gone and capped C, but he's still moving in that general direction. He's trying to get some sneaky island shots in over onto, is that the Wusta? Yeah, that's the Wusta. Up there's his buddy in the Kitakaze. Now the Kitakaze and the Harugumo, they are of course the Tier 9 and Tier 10 newly introduced Japanese destroyers, and instead of being torpedo boats, they are more of gunboats. They have one torpedo launcher, but it's got 6 tubes in it, and they got the reload booster. Now, as you can see, it's barely 3 minutes into the match. Bad Panda's already down half of his health, and he's pretty popular right now. I believe he's got some destroyers, Spanish HE on him. There's the booster again, and yeah, he's everyone wants a little piece of him right now. This is what happens when you're the only ship detected in a Tier 10 game. You become very, very popular, very, very fast. Fortunately, a couple updates ago, they changed the way HE works on cruisers to where it only burns for 30 seconds max, and you get 4 fires on you. Still, it's only 30 seconds. Which I have some thoughts about that, but I'll get into that in another video. And so, yeah, this is one of those games where, at least for me, it's like, man, I just messed up in the first half. Half my health is gone. I'm going to burn through the rest of my heals just to get back up to half health. And then there goes all of his repairs done by 1 heal back down to where he was before he started. And oddly enough, he had AP loaded there. His guns just load up another salve of AP, gets rid of that, switches over to HE. I believe that's a Stalingrad, yep. That thing is, Stalingrad's pretty dang tough from the front. I mean, because he's got that, like, around the waterline in his bow, it's 50 millimeters of armor, and the upper bow is only 25 millimeters of armor, so you got to hit him right there to really do any damage from the front, and that's hard with the battleships. Even Yami, that's pretty tough to do because most Stalingrad players, well, to get Stalingrad, you got to be a pretty good player anyway, especially this early. You gotta, because you can only get through still earned and ranked and clan battles. So these guys that have Stalingrad, they're no chumps, so they know what they're doing, and man, that's a pretty tough formula you got there for your average player like myself. But anyway, here he just activated his reload booster, and now he has turned his Henri into a Des Moines, And his reload's 4 seconds. Let's see. Oh, well. I believe it was about 4. Yeah, he has an 8-second base reload, so that cuts it in half down to 4 seconds. So now he, instead of being a French cruiser, he turns himself into an American cruiser with much bigger guns. That's terrifying, especially if you get caught broadside with one of these staring you down. So he's still about or he's hovering around half health. Up there he goes, pops his heal. And as you can see, his team does have the cap advantage right now. They're about 100 points ahead, but he's only got about 17,000 damage done. Can't really fault him for that. He got extremely focused there in the beginning, but he's if you notice, he's not backing up like some of his other team members. He's still hanging out pretty dang close to the cap, especially for a cruiser at half health. He's playing nice and aggressive. He popped his hydro there because there was a destroyer spotted in the B cap. And you notice here, he is supporting his destroyers. His buddy and another destroyer is right there in front of him, and he's pushing up with them, giving them covering fire, targeting other destroyers. This is very, very good cruiser gameplay. There's his first kill of the game. He takes out the Yu Yang. And is that the Wusta again? No, that's the Stalingrad. He wants some payback on him. Let's see, will he get some hits, get some sneaky, there's like some Rainbow Six stuff right here with these angles. Yep, ooh, 3 pins, 1 shatter. Guessing a couple of those were some modular pins because he only did like 3,000 damage to him. Let's see what he's doing. He's still waiting for that Stalingrad to come around the other side of that mountain. He's now undetected. Finally can take a little breather. He's just waiting for that Stalingrad to slip up. Now, if you notice, about 4 of his team's ships went to A, and they're still there. Those guys should have booked out of A a long time ago. But they're still chilling there, and he's tunnel visioning a little bit right now. I don't know if he's looking at his mini map or not, but anyway, now he's called a Bismarck broadside. Yep. Switched over to his AP. That's a nice juicy target for his guns to bite into. But then the Bismarck starts to angle. Ooh, still got nice 7k off of him. So now he fires another salvo of AP. He switched back over to HE. And did about 2k damage there. Of course, the Bismarck went angled a little bit. So now he's getting his HE spam on. And ooh, thankfully it's a Bismarck, so it's not that accurate. There we go, sets 2 fires. Will the Bismarck use damage con? That is the question. He is about 15k away from the Bismarck, sets another fire, so that's 3 fires on the Biz. Now the Bismarck right now, up there he went, he used damage con. And so if he, 5 pin, that's pretty good. So, if someone sets a fire on that Bismarck, it's going to stick around for quite some time. Now the Bismarck did time that actually pretty good because he saw that Bad Panda was still just steaming around the side of the island, wasn't slowing down. Granted, I would have waited another second or two until I made sure the Henri was going around the side of the island before I popped that, but he's still, you can see right there people are still HE spamming him, so maybe not the best time to pop that. But the Bismarck is in a pretty crappy situation. He is a tier 8 and a tier 10 game, so I can't really fault him too much. You just do what you gotta do when you get up tiered. So Bad Panda's now managed to scoot on over to A. I'm not sure if he was planning on going over here or if he just got tunnel visioned and this is where he wound up at. But at least he's not just sitting here trying to regain health or anything. He is still actively trying to sink ships. See that Bismarck and where those 2 cruisers, a Saint Louis and a Zhao. Oh, and another destroyer. Is that another Kitakaze? It's another Kitakaze. What a surprise. I believe like half the destroyers in this game are Kitakazes. So actually, let's check that out. Yeah, half the destroyers in this game are Kitakazes. So 8.8 kilometers. This is pretty risky for Bad Panda because the Bismarck's got a secondary build. His secondaries can get out to about 10, 11 kilometers. And that they can be pretty painful, especially to... Oh, he's found a new friend to play with. The Saint Louis, the tier 9. I believe it was tier 9. You are tier 9, right, San Louis? Yep, the tier 9 French cruiser. Starts opening up with some HE on him. No fires, but he does get 4 pins. Does an okay amount of damage considering he's angled. Bismarck just went down. The Donskoy got him. And the San Louis returns the HE spam. Misses. Bad Panda wisely pops Hydro because, of course, the San Louis does have torpedoes. Sets one fire. The San Louis boofs and puts it out immediately. That's a bad mistake, bud. Sets another fire, and that one's going to stay around for the full 30 seconds because the San Louis, of course, popped damage con. Switches over to AP. That does about 2k. Switches back over to HE. If he sets another fire, the San Louis is done. Because, you know, the San Louis could pop a repair and mitigate most of that fire damage, but not the case since he put the single fire out, so now he's got to deal with multiple fires. And looks like the San Louis is going to burn out. Up, spotted a destroyer. Looks like the new Kitakaze. Show is. Gets one hit on him. Up there are the torpedoes from the San Louis. No problem for Bad Panda to dodge. He had a plenty of advanced warning of that. The Kitakaze, I'm not sure if he knows there's a there's a Henri right here, but he just sails straight out, and ooh, that looks like it's gonna hurt. Sure does. Breaks his engine, takes out some AA mounts on the Kitakaze, and fires one last salvo at the Kitakaze and looks away. Unfortunately, he doesn't get the kill. Oh, look, another destroyer. So right now, he is just battle tanking as much as he can the incoming fire in front of him, which is from a Zhao and a San Louis. Considers launching his torps there, does not. Oh, there's still a Zhao. Oh man, that San Louis is almost dead, bud. Yep, looks like he's going to finish him off. San Louis opened up a little bit there, I assume to drop more torpedoes. And there we go. That is Bad Panda's second kill of the match, and now his torpedoes just got incapacitated. The Zhao is for some reason selling broadside onto Henri IV. I don't know why he's doing that, considering that Henri IV has the biggest guns out of the tech line cruisers. Now he's starting to angle away once Bad Panda switched over to AP, but he broke his torpedo tubes, so he doesn't have to worry about torpedoes coming from the Zhao. Zhao angles enough to where Bad Panda must switch back over to HE. And scrapes him there. Let's see, will he get him a couple fires on him here? Nope. Up, torpedoes there briefly. Looks like they ran out of steam before they could get to Bad Panda. Again, the Zhao opening up again, so this means either he's launching torpedoes or he is really this dumb and wants to sail broadside on to a Henri IV. And ooh, this should finish him. Yep, there you go. One Citadel for 4k. Bad Panda begins to turn immediately. I'm assuming to either dodge the torpedoes or to get his guns on that cruiser way out there at 20 kilometers. Now let's take stock of the situation. He's burning through his last hill right now. His team's up 200 points, but they're down by one ship. And he's about to be a Henri IV with under half health. Isn't the best situation ever, especially in such a lightly armored cruiser. And now the enemy has 2 caps to Bad Panda's single cap. Gets the HE spam going on that Musashi. So he's in a pretty good place right now. He's getting some nice plunging fire effects on his HE. Not that it matters because it's HE, and it'll set fires regardless of what angle it hits at. There is, what is that? That's Stalingrad. Stalingrad again. He still wants his revenge on that Stalingrad for taking away so much of his health. Up here comes the Musashi. That's a nice target to shoot at. And if you notice, he's at low health, and he's not letting up. He's not backing off. He's still pushing forward and firing at everything he can see. Now, in some cases, this isn't the best thing to do, but it's certainly a good thing that he's doing it now, because this team is so low on ships, you just can't play it safe at this point. that Musashi. I wonder why that Moscow didn't drop torpedoes. Probably broken. Oh, look. That's a North Carolina. And he activates his second charge of his reload because he won't look at this HE go. Now, me personally, I would have switched to AP here and went for those sweet, sweet citadels, but he sticks to HE. I'm assuming he's just trying to start fires and get some damage over time going. There we go, one fire. Let's start another one. Two fires. There's a Confederate award. Now, he's broadside to a North Carolina, which has very accurate guns, and a Musashi. And then North Carolina does open up on him. Gets a little bit of damage done on Bad Panda. Bad Panda is angled, actually. You can't see it now because we are, of course, in his reticle. But that North Carolina just... Okay, North Carolina either used damage... Yeah, no, definitely used damage control there. Sets another two fires on the Musashi. Musashi's burning away quite nicely now. That North Carolina is... Yep, he's gone and switched over to it because he just used damage control. So now any fires that he sets on him now are going to be around for quite some time. And there we are. He has got his engine boost going. He is up. There he goes. He got the kill on the Musashi, which is his fourth kill of the game now. He's still burning this North Carolina quite nicely. Actually, he's some pretty good pins on him too for HE. Up there's some torpedoes. Luckily, he just activated his hydroacoustic search. And the North Carolina is slowing down. Is starting to angle more. So I'm sorry, but angling doesn't do all that much against HE. But now he's opening up again on Bad Panda. And oh, whew, just manages to tag him. And now, Bad Panda is the last ship alive on his team. There's the Witherward award. He is not letting up at all. And oh, look, a Kitakaze wants to play with the Henri IV. He set another fire on the North Carolina, which means he got 4 fires. There's Kraken Unleashed for Bad Panda's 5th kill. And here's this Kitakaze for Bad Panda's 6th kill, and a double strike to go along with it. Bad Panda is now sitting at 219,000 damage done. Holy shit, that was a lot that just happened. So now Bad Panda has a fifth of his health, and his team has just exploded in chat. He wants... This is his opportunity to get solo warrior. And his team is relaying some information to him. The Wustas hasn't really been engaged. The enemy Wusta hasn't really been engaged in combat too much. He's just kind of sailing around doing his own thing. The other cruiser at B, which is the Stalingrad, is at low health. However, Bad Panda is also at low health. Stalingrad has bigger guns, but Bad Panda has one more charge of his main battery reload booster. Now, if the Stalingrad's at low enough health, he can just activate his reload booster, just spam the crap out of him with HE. You know, just burn him out. If he survives, then he's got the Wusta. Because the Wusta has small, rapid-firing guns. He can tank that and use his bigger guns to just smite the Wusta out of existence. Now, he is, of course, sailing in a perfectly straight line as fast as he can to sea. He needs to get there and stop the enemy team's point game. Because it's still a very close game. His team's at 859 points, enemy team's at 869, a mere 10-point difference. Now A is being kept, so that means the Wusta is at A, and the Stalingrad, according to his team, is still at B. If you can kill the Stalingrad, he can get a bit of points, a little of a cushion there, so you have more time to go and deal with the Wusta. Now the Henri IV is of course much faster than the Wusta, so he'll be able to run him down. And this is what I'm talking about him being well over 40 knots. He was at 43 knots top speed there a couple seconds ago, but he did have to turn to, of course, be able to get into this slit to get into B and start capping. He is detected by radar, so now the Stalingrad knows where he's coming from. Engine boost deactivated. He also has both of his torpedo tubes still available. Stalingrad does not have torpedoes. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Get ready for the showdown of the century. And of course, naturally, his speed boost runs out just before he gets here. However, he does have one more charge of that left. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. He comes into B full throttle. And he's just waiting to see that Stalingrad. However, it's 10 seconds left on the clock. Time is the biggest troll. He's spotted the Stalingrad. Look how low the Stalingrad's health is. Survives the first blast. Tries to get all guns, opens up, and they run out of time. He could have totally killed that Stalingrad. He survived the initial blast. I'm pretty sure the Stalingrad's reload is about 15 seconds. He could have turned to him, started to battle tank, popped his reload booster, and smited the crap out of the Stalingrad, therefore giving his team a points cushion, and he could have gone to A, find the Wusta, slap it off the face of the map, and won it for his team. However, unfortunately, he ran out of time. That was probably the craziest replay I've had on this channel so far. Here are his results, and oh my god. For the last half of this, I was just on the edge of my seat the first time I was watching this. So Bad Panda dude, amazing job. You were so close, man. If you had 4 more minutes, I'm pretty sure you could have won it for your team. Got Solo Warrior and got freaking 8 kills. So again, Bad Panda, my hat is off to you. That was an amazing replay. Thank you so much for sending it in. And if you watching have a replay, feel free to send it to me. You can send it to SealordMountbatten@gmail.com. I'll put the link in the description below. And thanks for watching. And if you liked the video, drop a like, leave a comment, and subscribe. We're on our way to 500 subscribers now, and that just blows my mind that we're already, well on our way to 500 subscribers. So again, thanks for watching. Hope to catch all you guys in the next one.